back to the channel. So today we are going to work some more on our page out of Autumn Harvest by Teresa Goodridge. We are working on the gnome page here, and we started this in a live stream a couple of weeks or so ago. So I just wanted to try to work some more on it and hopefully get this finished today. So I will zoom you in a little and we will get started. I think we're gonna start with the leaves. Do some of these leaves. And then we'll move on from there. So the first color combination that we're gonna be using is this one here. I wanna put it here. I'll try to put it right there and try to make sure it stays on screen. So the colors that we are using are Ginger Brown, Burnt Sienna, Sunkissed, and Melon, which I have right here. And I think we're gonna start with this great big leaf up here at the top. So I'm gonna take my Ginger Brown, try to get it situated a little better, and we're gonna start with that one. I'm gonna do the stem, the Ginger Brown, and then I'm gonna start from the top and lighten my pressure as I go down the leaf until I'm barely touching the page, just like that. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And just blend that out a little. I'm hoping we can get this all finished in one video without it being too long of a video, but we'll see. So what I'll probably do is anything that has repeating elements, I'll do one or two on camera. Then I'll stop the video, finish them, come back, and we'll move on to something else. I put up a poll recently to see what you all prefer as far as color alongs go, whether you prefer for me to talk through each element or to have it be like a speed coloring set to music. So, and most people preferred the talking, so that's how I'm going to try to do most, if not all, of these pages. Okay, and this Ginger Brown I'm also going to do on these little bits where it's turned over, and just lightly color that in. Right, now the Burnt Sienna. And this is the Spear Farben pencils. I really do enjoy these a lot. We are going to start using some of my other sets on the channel soon though, because I have some sets that I feel I've been neglecting recently. So I need to pull them out and use them and show them some love. And then I'm also going to go over these little bits with this as well. And then next is Sunkissed. Again, just doing the same thing, going over all of what we've laid down, and then lightening our pressure as we go until we're barely touching the page. And you may hear a little guy in the background playing. It is the weekend. We're both home and enjoying our time off. I think we're gonna go to the library at some point and maybe get some books to read and stuff like that. We'll probably watch a movie later. Last weekend we watched Hocus Pocus. We really liked that movie. Oh, sorry. That is melon, and I actually forgot I was using my last color there. Okay, so that's all right. We will finish filling this leaf in all the way. Give me just a second, guys. Just 1 second. Sorry about that. All right, so we'll just keep filling in this leaf. With this combination. I have 2 other color combinations I've been using on the leaves. So I'll do one with each combo and then I'll go off camera and finish coloring them all in. All right. Actually, I think there will be 3 because I am gonna add in a green combo. Just on a few of them. So, excuse me. All right, so the next combination I'm going to use is this one here. I'll just grab my pencils real fast. Sun and butter. All right. So I'm going to do this one here, I believe. So I'm just gonna start with the orange. I'm gonna color it basically in the same way we just did the last leaf. Just with these colors instead of those. I love coloring fall leaves. I love coloring pumpkins as well. Golden yellow. Anything that has to do with autumn or Halloween, pretty much, makes me very happy. And then hot sun. And lastly, butter. So next, I believe I'm going to use one of the green combinations. that's what I'm going to use. Give me 1 second. I don't think I pulled those. No, I did not. They're still in my case. There they are. Do need to sharpen these real quickly. I just feel like it needs a little bit of green on here. And again, with this green one, I'm only gonna do a few. So we may go ahead and do all of these on camera together. And this leaves tiny, so I'm gonna bring it in a little more. So we're gonna do this leaf up here at the top. Again, starting with the cypress tree. Let's see. Okay. Just kind of blending that down. Then olive green. And lastly, pickle. And I'm just darkening up along the center and the top of the, yeah, the top of the leaf, essentially. Okay. Next, we will do this teeny tiny little leaf here in the same combo. So starting with the cypress tree. Well, no, I just covered the leaf. Okay, well, we're gonna try here. Try to keep that to where you can see that on screen, as well as see what I'm coloring. Next is olive green. And lastly is pickle. Just like that. Okay. And then, sorry to keep moving the book around. We're gonna do this little guy right here. Get a look here. Yeah, I think that's the only ones I'm gonna do with the green. All right, so the last combination for leaves that I'm going to be using is, let's see. Nope. This one here. Orange. And maple right here. Is this one here, ruby brown, watermelon, autumn orange, and maple. Let's see, where we are. And so I think we're gonna do this one over here. And I'm gonna start with the ruby brown. Okay, and then watermelon. Autumn orange. And maple. Like that. All right, so I'm going to pause and go off camera and finish up all the rest of these leaves using these three combinations here and just kind of randomly putting them around. So I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so I've gotten all of the leaves done, as well as, if you can see here, I've done the back part of the tag in the back. And I'm gonna do this right here, this patch, the same way as I did the tag. So we're gonna do that on camera next. And the bow will be done in a similar way as well with the same colors. So let me zoom you back in. And hopefully you can see I did use a glitter gel pen on that tag. But so we will get going. So the colors I used for the rest of the tag, besides the glitter gel pen, are these right here that we used on one of the leaves earlier. So we're gonna start with our orange, and I'm just gonna go around the outside edge of each of these boxes, each of the squares. Just like that. And in here, all right, and this little bit. For the little stitch work, I'm probably gonna end up using like a white gel pen or a Posca pen or something like that. I'm not 100% sure yet. I may decide to use a glitter gel pen, have it be like it's glittery thread. We'll see. I'll probably save that as one of the last things I do. Okay. Our next color is going to be the golden yellow. And just go over what I colored and feather that out a little bit. Some of these little sections are kind of small, so just do my best to get all the colors in there. At least they're not as small as they were on the tag, because that was a little tedious, but it's okay. Alright. Just a couple of these little spots. There we go. Next we have Hot Sun. And we'll just keep doing this the same way. Really want to get this page done. I love how it's turning out so far. Our last color is Butter. So to blend all those colors together and fill it all in. Trying to decide which image we're going to color for Tuesday night's stream. I'm not 100% sure just yet. I have a couple ideas. We will be starting a new image. It's going to be another fall image, I do believe. I have a couple different books in mind. They're both by two of my favorite artists. Each book is by one of, that's not coming out right. Anyway, each book is by an artist that is one of my favorites. I have quite a few favorites. It's really hard to say one specific favorite, I feel like, when it comes to artist or coloring books even, because there are so many gorgeous books and images out there. All right, so there is our patch colored in. So next we're gonna take the Glitter Grass Green G23 in the 10-mint glitter gel pen set and fill in these little lines. And I'm not gonna do anything different for the little square where they cross over each other. I'm just gonna color them straight over that. And then I will have to try to be extremely careful not to smudge while we work on something else. But I did want to show you what I was using. So I love these tan mints. They're so glittery. like that. Now, hopefully you can see that beautiful glitter. All right. So there's, excuse me. So there's that patch done. And we're going to do the same on the bow, well, the same colors on the bow. I think I'm going to do the bow a little bit different though. Instead of going in between each of these little squares, I'm gonna color it as a bow and just try to go around the lines. And if we go over the lines, it's not that big a deal because the gel pen will cover it. So that's what we're gonna do next. So pick up my pencils again. And I'm sorry if that was way off camera while I was coloring. I don't know if it was or if I moved it while I was using the gel pen. But anyway, we'll get started. So this may be a little tricky, but we're gonna give it a try here. So we're gonna take the orange along the edge of the shape of the bow. And this side, I'm gonna save a little, try to put more of the yellow right there, I think. And I just put my hand down on that. I know I did, but I didn't smear it, thankfully. Okay, I need to be thinking about that. No, but I see where I picked it up from. I'm gonna have to touch it up. Okay. I'll take this along there. I had a feeling I would do that. It's okay. Like I said, at least it didn't smear across the page, which I am very thankful for. So, but I am gonna touch it up because it's bugging me, because I can see it. See where I smeared it? Or not smeared it, but picked up the ink a bit. All right. Try not to do that again. All right. How many of you have this book by Teresa Goodridge, Autumn Harvest? Let me know in the comments if you have it and if you've started anything in the book yet. Are you by any chance working on this page with me? Okay. And then this one. Give me just a minute, guys. All right, guys, sorry about that interruption. So, we've used the orange, and I'm going around that now, going over that now with the golden yellow. Actually, a little bit more of that yellow on that spot. So let's see here. that's still in frame. It is, so you can still see it. There we go. Okay. Okay, like that. And then we'll use Hot Sun. Do the same thing over everything. I want that spot to be a little more yellow, maybe, because of the candle. I'm not gonna worry too much about getting the light, the glow on things from the candle, but yeah. I am gonna put a glow around the outside of the lantern a little bit, but that'll probably be the extent of that for now, for this one. So. Okay, and then we will use butter over all of that. Okay. What? You want to get up here? Come on. You can come. You can jump up here. You know how. Ma'am. Come on. What? Oh, there you go. Or you just gonna jump up here and say hi to the people? Ma'am, your head's in the way. They can't see what I'm doing. Come here. Let's move over here just a little. There you go. You're okay. Yeah. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Can you all hear her purring? She's a big mama's baby. She's got to be in mommy's lap most of the time. Isn't that right? Okay. Alright, I think I like that for the most part, but I think it needs a little more. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. A little more of the orange in here. So I'm just gonna go back over that with the orange. And I'm gonna bring it along in here too. We didn't have it previously. There we go. I think that's a little better. It gives it a little bit more of a feel of it being an orange fabric. There we go. All right. I'm gonna jerk my lights across the desk. I'm gonna use the glitter grass green and fill in the pattern on it. And then we'll probably pause and let this dry so I'm not dragging my hand across it. And we'll come back and work on another element. So, yeah. I'm gonna pause here and finish this and let it dry, and then we'll be back. Let me zoom you out though real quick first. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so while I was sitting here for a second waiting on this glitter gel pen to dry, I thought I might as well go ahead and knock the rest of the glitter gel pen that I know I'm using out of the way, so it can all be drying at the same time. So I'm gonna zoom you in and we're gonna work on this other side of this tag over here real quick, and then it can all dry and we'll come back and finish everything else. So I'm gonna use, excuse me, on this tag here, I'm gonna use glitter fawn brown and glitter yellow orange, also from the 10-minute glitter gel pen set. So I'm gonna take the fawn brown and I'm gonna do the like shadow parts of the letters in this. And then the rest will be the orange. Like that. And then I'm also going to use the brown on the outside. No, on the inside. Triangles, sorry about that. Like that. Go over the letters here. With the yellow orange. And we're gonna do these triangles. I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way up. The rest of the tag I'm going to color in like a cream color, I think. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the brown and try my best without making a mess to trace over the word happy. Just like that. All right, so now I'm gonna pause again and let this dry, and then we'll come back and finish everything. See you in a bit. Okay, we are back, and I believe everything is dry. We are gonna start, I believe I said we were gonna do the sunflower and the lantern next, but we will do that in a few minutes. But I have picked colors for the tag and then for the dirt down here around the stones. So I think that's actually what we're gonna do first. Get this tag finished. So I'm gonna zoom you back in and get up and make sure you all can see what I'm working on. Move my drink. There we go. Now, the little color combination cards I have that I use, the smallest amount that those are 3s. So I just went ahead and kind of made a little thing here for this. So I'll leave that up there. And we're gonna start with the Sun-Kissed. And I'm gonna go along the edge of the tag. And then lighten up the pressure until it is barely touching the page. Do the same along this edge. Along the bottom. Okay, and then I'm just going to go over all of that with ivory, go over the whole thing. Okay, just like that. All right, and now we will move down to the bottom. Put the arm in the way. Move down to the bottom down here. Zoom out a little. There we go. Bring the little card down. All right, so I'm gonna take the Sun-Kissed and start along the gnome's shoes. And just blend down. And anywhere where there are stones, whoops, yeah, throwing things again, that's what I'm known for. where there's stones or anything laying, I'm going to put more of this, a heavier layer of this sun-kissed, and then blend out from there. And a little bit along this leaf. Okay. Okay. And a little bit in here. And here, actually, too. Yep. That. And then I'm going to go over top of all of it with the ivory. Alright, almost got the dirt finished. All right, there we go. Deepen up some of this, some of these shadows. Okay. All right. So there is our dirt. I think I'm pretty content with how that looks. And zoom you out a bit so that you can see the whole image. Now we will move on and come up here and focus on our sunflower. So the colors I plan on using for the sunflower are maple, golden yellow, vanilla flower, hot sun, and bumblebee. I have those next to me. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to start with the maple. And go along the edge of this petal where it meets the center. And anywhere where it another one overlaps it. Just like that. Okay. Next will be golden yellow. Just go over all that. Whoops, I see a petal that I missed. I always do that. Always miss something. So we'll just fix that real quick. Then vanilla flower. I'm going to sharpen this one really fast. Okay. Again, go over everything we've put down, blend it out. It's not looking very bright at the moment, but it will brighten up a little when we add a couple more of these colors in. It will make it look a little brighter. Okay. Next is Hot Sun. And then lastly is our bumblebee. I'm gonna give this one a sharpen too. Okay, and with this one, we're gonna go over the whole thing. Blend all those colors together. Hopefully you can see how those last two colors we've used have kind of brightened this up a bit. And there are our sunflower petals. But I think I'm going to take the maple and kind of deepen up some of these shadows because I'm not super happy with the depth in that moment. We're gonna make it a little bit more. And later on I may use, come back in with a darker color and deepen up the shadows even more. I do like to do that sometimes. Sometimes I'll use black or a gray or even a dark brown, which is what I did on the pumpkins. I used a dark brown and deepened up the shadows a little bit more to give that a little bit more depth. leave it there for a moment. For the moment. And we will, I think, do the center next, which is going to be these colors here. That is not the right one. That is. Okay, so we have dark brown, espresso, honey brown, and maple. These actually all need sharpened. So give me just a moment. I'll sharpen them and everything, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I pulled the rest of the pencils that I think that we may need for this and got those sharpened as well, so that now we're ready to go, hopefully. And I will zoom you in just a tiny bit more. There we go. So these are the colors we're using for the center of the sunflower, which is dark brown, espresso, honey brown, and maple. And I am going to go along this edge with the dark brown. And along this edge, just a little. And then on the inside. I'm not gonna go with the pattern. I'm just going to go along with the shape for the most part. But I am going to make a darker section in here and kind of fade that out around like that. And then I'm gonna take my espresso and go over all of that. And fade it out. Just like that. Next is honey brown. Excuse me. And lastly is our maple. Just go over all of it, blend it all together. Just like that. There's our sunflower. All right, so now I think we will work on our lantern. And I'm gonna use the same colors for the lantern as I used on the stones at the bottom. So these are the colors we'll be using for the lantern. And that is warm gray, pavement gray, French gray, and silver bisla. So I'm going to take this warm gray and I'm going to start here on this loop and just do it kind of like that, and then go over that with pavement gray, French gray, and silver bisla. Same here, I'm gonna go around the outside of this circle and blend that in. And then pavement gray. French gray. And silver Vizsla. This part, I'm gonna go along the outside edges and then where it meets this piece here. And under here, and then next is the pavement. We'll go over that and we'll blend those together. And then we'll use our French gray and do the same. And last, our silver Vizsla. And of course, if you want more of a contrast, we can always add some black to our darkest areas to bring that out even more, which I will probably do. So for this section, I'm gonna go on the edge and blend towards the center. Just kind of like that. To try to do is grab my ivory that we used earlier and go over this a little bit there, just like that. It has kind of a little bit of light, but not a lot. Excuse me. And then we're gonna do these pretty much in the same manner. And right in here, I'm gonna put a little bit of this and fade it out. Okay, and then the pavement. And then the French gray. And then the silver Vizsla. Use the ivory a little bit right in there. Okay, so down in here, do this one the same, exactly the same as we did up here. So for this part, I'm gonna go right here at the top of it with the warm gray and blend down. And then I'm also gonna take the warm gray though around this outside edge. I wanna try to make this look rounded. If possible. Okay, and then we're gonna take our pavement gray, go over that. And our French gray. And then our silver bisla. Blend all that together. And I'll use a white gel pen later or a Posca to add the white highlights to it. And it's the same as before. And this one. Just like that. Okay. Alright, so now, while we still have these out, I think what we'll do is move down to the bottom and do these last two little stones down here, because I don't remember if I did any of these during our live stream or not, or if I did them all off camera. So we'll do these last two. So warm gray along the outside edge. Along in there. Blend that out. And then I'm just gonna go along this section with the warm gray. And then pavement gray. And then French gray. And silver bisla over all of it. And do the same on this one so we can get these finished. Ice cream man was just going by, if you heard that. Alright, and now pavement gray. And then French gray, yeah, I filled in a little too much of this one with the darker colors, but that's okay. They don't all look the same anyway, so it's not a big deal. So. All right, and I have one more tiny one that I did not fill in. there we go. All right, so our stones are done as well. So the next thing we'll do is probably going to be his staff thing here, the thing that's holding the lantern. And for that, we are going to use this combination here. Alright, so try to make sure that you can see all of it. Give me 1 second, let me stand up. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna take what I might do, yeah, I think I'm just gonna do, what part do you see the best? Up at the top. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the top section, then I'll pause, go off, and finish the rest of it. So we're gonna take our sun-kissed. I'm trying to keep from this, making the video be super long. Hopefully it won't be, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long we've been recording at this moment. So, hopefully it won't be too bad. All right, now we're gonna take our dark brown. And with that, I'm gonna go along the edges. Whoops. A little too much in there. It's okay. When I pause, I'll have to check and see about how long it's been recording. So I'm gonna try to figure out, I may need to split this into 2 videos, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll do what we can. All right, so now I'm gonna take my espresso and I'm gonna go over that and bring it out. And then we'll move on to our next one, which is honey brown. Sorry, I've got thinking about some things while I'm trying to talk to you, and it's not going so good. Scatterbrained. Anyway. All right, next is our burnt sienna. I don't know why I keep trying to lose my voice, but it's happening. I'm gonna have to get me a drink when I pause too. All right, so Sun-Kissed is our last color. And with that, we're just gonna fill this in the rest of the way and blend these all together. Now, you'll see more of a difference probably in the bottom where it's a little wider area and a little bigger than this up at the top where it's super skinny. So, but I'm basically gonna color that the same exact way with these colors. So I'm gonna pause, get me a drink, so hopefully I can stop making all that racket and get this finished, finish coloring this in. I will be right back. All right, so I have finished the rest of the post here, and I did check while I was off camera how long we've been filming, and this is already going to be well over an hour just for what we've done. So I am going to stop here and save the rest for part 2. And I am going to go ahead and film that today, so they'll be released pretty much back to back, like one today and one tomorrow, or you know, one the next day, however. But they will come out one day after the other, so that you're not waiting forever for me to get this finished. But this is where we've gotten to so far, and again, I have to say that I am really happy with how this is turning out so far. So I hope it keeps going that way. If you lasted through the entire video, I just wanted to say a huge thank you for sticking around through the whole thing. Please do leave me a comment down below. Leave me a comment about anything you would like. And until next time, spread joy like glitter, stay safe, and happy coloring. Bye, guys.